Hello, welcome back to the Off-Grid family. First off, I'd like to apologise about the light. I couldn't be bothered to set up my lights today, so I just didn't. Today we're going to be making a fence out of old pallet wood. We need just a little pickety kind of fence. It doesn't have to stop anything, and it's not there to, you know, hold anything back or anything, so it doesn't have to be structurally sound as such. It just has to look okay. Before I get on though, I'd just like to thank my patrons. Guys, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate everything you've done. You've helped the channel out no end, and I really do appreciate it. If you'd like to join them, all the links are in the description. Anyway, let's get on. Right, so I've got some pretty poor quality pallet wood to use for this project, and I've come up with a pretty straightforward way of being able to deal with it. Now, pallet wood tends to be 100 centimeters, so all I'm doing is 50 centimeters, drawing a line down the middle. So let me show you what we do. At the 50 centimeter mark, now again, I'm not really bothered, like with everything I do, it doesn't have to be absolutely exact. This is a fence, it's not like, you know, it's not going to be a mahogany table or anything, you know. So at 50 centimeters, both sides will now be roughly 50 centimeters. Again, I'm not bothered. And what I want to do next is add a point to the top. So basically, I'd cut down the middle and then we add a point. To add the point, I made a little jig, which is this thing here. And all it is there's a little gap that I've notched out, and I line it up. Let me try and get it in here. And all this was just a piece of scrap wood. So I'd be able to line it like this. I do a little mark here, and then I do that. And then the mark here is translated into, that's the way I'd cut the point. So it would look like that, basically. I measured the area out, and I worked out I needed 28 of these, and they are rough. They are looking very rough. So what I need to do next is take them out, sand them down. Now this one here is really bad, and I may not use this. I may make another couple just to be, you know, useful. But we'll see. I'm not sure. I may not even need that one. That's why I haven't bothered. It was roughly 20. I think it might have actually been 27 I needed, so I might not need that one anyway. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roughly sand these down. I'm going to connect them up how I need them, and then I'm going to paint them all out once they're done. But the first thing I need to do then is sand them down. Okay, so I have sanded these down. They're not great, but they don't need to be. They're just, you know, a little bit less splinter filled. I have found some old poster material, which I've put points on. This one actually had a point from the shop, but the other ones I've done. And I've also sanded down, again, very roughly, some actual planks from an old pallet. And next, I'm now going to attach these all the way along and start actually making the fence. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is make a simple little jig that will make sure that all of these points, the tops of this, are at the same height. Now I could clamp this to something and have something here to be clamped in, yada, but I don't have the luxury of that. I'm on my kitchen table, and I'm sure that drilling into it would be an issue. My wife is a very loving person, and she allows me to do this stuff, but if I start drilling into a very old table, that might be a problem, especially, well, I've clamped things to it, to be fair, but yeah, I'm going to make something that's a simple little thing that will always show us if we're at the right height for the points. The base part of it doesn't bother me because it's going to be slightly off the ground anyway, and if there is a big inconsistency, then I'll just whop it through with a jigsaw or something. Right, here's my little jig, and all it does is it butts up against there, and now as long as I've got a straight surface I can hit it against. Hang on. That one there. Now if I screw that down, the next one I put, as long as it butts up against this, you get the drift. They'll always be at the same height, and that's the idea. I might use this one as a width space as well. That's where I am at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this all butted up correctly. Then I'm going to make sure it's an exact right angle, and we can go from there basically. Right, as long as I've butted this up and we're right here and here, I know that this is dead straight as well. So it's literally just a couple of screws and that's that bit done. There we go, and that is dead straight with the actual doojit. So all I'm going to do now is just move along. Next one in. And again, as long as they butt up together, I know that this is now dead straight and I can whop another couple of screws in. Oh, and I'm doing the screws in a diagonal so that it doesn't wobble around. If I was to do it here and here, we're going to get a bit of wobble, etc. And we're just going to continue along like that. Okay, so I've done quite a few of these now. I've got some behind as well. And basically what I've done is I've made it so that they all connect up. It's going to be really interesting for me to show you. They all connect by, when I say connect, I mean they've all got the exact same gap between, you know, the things, and these will be connected behind and with a post. If I've got enough posts, that is. So yeah, I've done this for all of it, and so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 sets of these, and it took me about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, because as soon as you make yourself a little jig that you can just chuck in and screw them in, that's it, you're done, rather than having to measure everything and so on. And that's the one thing I always tell my kids when we're doing any sort of like building work or any woodwork at all. If there's a reason to make the same thing over and over again, make a jig, because it might take you 20 minutes to make the jig, but then you've saved all that time. You know, obviously the jig I made was 2 minutes, not even that, to be honest. But next thing we need to do now is we need to paint them all. I've got some outdoor paint of some kind. I'm not sure what it is. It might be creosote, it might be something else, I'm not sure. I'll have a look at it in a minute, and we're going to paint these up, let them dry, and then we can get them out and, you know, whop these in. I don't know if I mentioned that these I've cut down and sharpened, not this one though. And so we've got 4 of these. If it comes to it, I can cut them down again in half, but then that it doesn't leave us much structural into the floorness. But these aren't holding back anything. It doesn't matter, you know, they're just there to, you know, go around the grassed area. So I'm not sure. It doesn't have to be in the floor deep is all I mean. But let's go and paint these up. Okay, so the next thing is to paint them. Get them all ready for their new life in the rain. Get my beautiful slaves to do all the hard work.
I know I'm beautiful, don't mention it.
Okay, so there's 3 done so far and another 2 to go. The girls decided that this needed painting if we're going to have the whole fence done, so they're just working on it now. It would have been easier if I painted it before filling it, but such is life. Right, the next thing I'm doing is fitting an elbow bracket on here so that this can be connected to the raised bed. It just makes life easier rather than putting a post in there. Okay, so the first part is put in, and now I'm connecting the second set with these things. These are like hooks for in a garage or whatever, but I'm going to use them to actually hold this on so that we can actually remove this section, and then I will be putting in posts after that just to shore up everything. Okay, so here it is, the first part of the fence, and this bit just comes up and completely out of the way. I'm probably going to cut those down a bit, but yeah. Okay, so here it is. I still haven't decided if I'm cutting them down yet, I'm not sure. And it comes around here. I've left a little bit of room at the end for us to be able to open and close the compost bin, etc. I need to paint this. That's just where I connected it. Now you'll notice these are staggered in such a weird way. It's because this here is actually a drain. It comes down this way and goes that way. So I couldn't put any posts anywhere near it, sadly. But yeah, it's pretty much done. Just a bit of painting to do now. There you go. A nice little picket fence made of old scrap wood from pallets. Okay, there you go. A super simple little fence. Cost me as much as the paint. I had to buy some screws. That was literally the actual only thing. Everything else I already had. Every bit was scavenged and scrounged from something. And, you know, it was a very, very simple little build. I hope this helped you guys. And if you'd like to join my Patreons, pop down in the description. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye for now.